Hey everyone, I'm Evangeline right here at eTrailer. Today we're taking a look at the Benton Little Shift. This is going to be a single bike rack where it's really easy to just throw onto your hitch or even leave on your hitch here on the Tacoma. Now you can check out our full review right here at eTrailer. Focusing on this truck though, some things I would like to point out is that this is a great fit because this is also hitch step. So if you have a ladder rack, this pairs very nicely with that. And it also, you can lower the tailgate when the bike is off. But before we get to that function, let's look at how the bike is even on there. So this has a weight capacity of up to 80 pounds, so you can carry your extra heavy electric bike. This is a front wheel as well as a frame mount rack. So if you move that hook, you can either have it right up here where our fork is, or we can lift this up, tilt the bike towards the truck a bit more, and then bring this down to the lowest point of our frame, and then you have a really secure fit there. That's helpful if you have fenders on your bike, or if you just want something that fits nicely and more snugly depending on your bike shape. Now you also have your wheel straps. So there's your front and your rear wheel cradles. This cradle does pivot back and forth for your different wheel bases, which is helpful and we've seen work very nicely on even the smaller bikes. Now bringing this over, the strap over to the side so it's out of the way of our spokes, we're now ready to take our bike off. So coming up, what I recommend doing is hold onto the bike with one hand. You can then remove this hook completely if you want to, or just pivot it past the bike so it pushes down that way, and then now you can grab your bike and go. So once this bike is out of the way, I'd like to take a look over at that hitch step. If you've noticed, it does have just little cutouts in there. That's something that could be helpful for if you wanted to use your own cable lock, or you can step on it, like I said, to get to the ladder rack, or if anything is sticking up on or inside your truck bed. And when you fold everything down so it's nice and compact, make sure to use the straps to secure your hook, or rotate that cradle so the hook sits underneath. Those are all going to be great ways to make sure that everything is nice and neat and also super sturdy. This fits into your 2-inch hitch receiver. You do get an anti-rattle hitch pin, and you do have the option of upgrading to a lockable hitch pin too. These are specifically designed for Benton products though, so make sure to find one that matches your rack. Now, the big reveal. When you lower your tailgate, there's plenty of space from underneath the tailgate to the bike rack, even with this in the tilted up position. You can then hang out on your tailgate, you can load things in there, all without having to worry about having to take your bike rack off. It can stay on there until you need it. And then you can very easily load that bike on there too. So with all that being said, let's take some quick measurements real quick. From our bumper to the end of the rack, this sits at 19 inches, so very compact. If you have a small garage or need to park into a small parking spot, that's a measurement to keep in mind as something that's added to your vehicle. It also has some pretty decent ground clearance, and that's mainly because your Tacoma already sits pretty nicely up and off the ground. So from the ground to the bike rack, this sits at 16 inches, and compared to the inside corner of your hitch receiver, that's about 15 inches. So there is that slight rise there, and you're less likely to bottom out if you hit a pothole or go up a steep driveway, especially since it sits so closely to your truck. With all that being said, if you're looking for an easy, compact, lightweight rack with a lot of capacity, that's going to be the Little Shift. Some perks to the Tacoma is this, again, pairs nicely with other things that you may have attached to your vehicle, and is something worth considering in addition to your current setup and to your truck. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us right here at eTrailer. This was a look at the Benton Little Shift. My name is Evangeline. You saw this on a 2023 Toyota Tacoma.